So Martin Modern was the new launch back then in River Valley, and we want to compare from RCR and OCR areas. So Martin Modern with Gem Residence Toa Payoh area, the gap between River Valley and Toa Payoh, 34%. The gap between Martin Modern and Clement Canopy, which is in Clementi, is about 50% gap. The gap between River Valley and Tanah Merah, which is Grandeur Park, 59%, about 60% gap. Gap between River Valley and Siglap, which is Seaside Residence, 46% gap. That makes sense because why? River Valley, after all, is a very prime area, CCR. There should be this kind of gap. And that's what we see in 2017. But let's look into today, District 9. The latest launch will be the collective at One Sophia. And I wanted to understand, in today's terms, what is the gap between us and the respective few areas that I just mentioned. So firstly, Emerald Katong, that's in D15. The gap, actually, guys, Emerald Katong sold 1.81% higher than the collective at One Sophia. So D15 sold higher than D9, number one. Number two, I mean, probably you think that, okay, my D15 quite atas, I think it's quite a good area, it's comparable to CCR, sure. Next, Toa Payoh. Toa Payoh, 0.18% higher than the collective at One Sophia. Does it make sense? I mean, Toa Payoh is a good location. A lot of people stay, there's a lot of HDB upgraders there, a lot of amenities. I love it. But if you think about it logically, Toa Payoh is still deemed as RCR. Does it make sense? Think about it. Alta, Clementi, the gap now is only 9.31%. Parktown Residence, Tampines, and this is also a very new part of Tampines, the gap is 14%. Grandeur Park, the gap used to be 59% over here. Now that 59%, you go even further from Tanah Merah to Tampines, it has dropped 14%. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you, does this make sense or not? Or does it mean that right now CCR is super, super cheap? You got to think about it. Because in my opinion, I think, wow, this is probably once in a lifetime opportunity that, if I had the budget to buy a RCR, OCR projects, likely I have the budget to buy CCR now.